Hey everybody, Toys of Arkham here, back with another review, and this is a review of a very special figure I've been waiting over a year for, and it is the very first 1/6 scale official figure from Sylvester Stallone's very own web store, and it is of Rambo, of course, from First Blood, which is my favorite Rambo movie. As I said, it's been a while on pre-order, and I have seen some pictures online and I've seen some reviews, and I was very excited to get this in hand to see if it lives up to the expectations. And I think it will, because the various artists that are part of the Caustic Plastic team are also involved in producing these official Sylvester Stallone figures. Now, when I say figures, obviously there's just one figure released at the moment, but Sylvester Stallone has also put on pre-order the Cobra figure as well, and that looks good too. So that might be something I might add to the collection. But it all depends on what this is like in hand. But as I said, Caustic Plastic are, I believe, the crowd, the people behind this. And I have some Caustic Plastic figures, and they're absolutely incredible. In fact, I think unofficially they did try some Sylvester Stallone figures, and it caught his eye. And I think rather than taking them out of business, I think he recognized their talents and had them then get involved with his own business venture, which was really good of him to do. So anyway, enough of my blabbing on. As you can see, the shipper box is just a plain brown box. And bear with me, I'm going to open this up. Right, so he's been freed from his cardboard cell and he is out. And I have to say, love this box. This is a very vibrant box. The art is excellent. I think that is original artwork for this particular box, and it is beautiful. Absolutely stunning stuff. I love the white, red, and obviously this image that looks like it has been hand painted. I'm sure the original was. And yeah, it looks really, really nice. So as October 22, 1982, Hope, British Columbia. So I would have been 1 at that time. First Blood Rambo, and there's a picture of the figure itself with Sylvester Stallone's signature on it. It's just a print, it's not his actual signature. Wouldn't that be amazing if it was? I actually think he should have done that for the people who back this product from the outset. I think if you got your pre-orders in, he should have done the first 100 or something like that with an autograph on it. But anyway, that might be something down the line that he might consider doing for us fans. So Rambo box art created by John Rivoli, or I don't know how you pronounce that. But the box art is incredible, so it's worth shouting out John, whoever he is. So yeah, let's get this out of the box. I should say, obviously, in terms of just the source material, as I said briefly at the outset, First Blood is my favorite of the Rambo movies. It is fantastic. It's one of those movies that I go back to time and time and again to watch. It just has that rewatchable kind of feel to it, as a lot of 80s movies do. For some reason, they do tackle heavy enough subject matters, but yet seem to not be, I suppose, too consumed in the doom and gloom, and they have a real good rewatchability about them, and this is one of those movies. So anyway, let's get the figure out. So we're back, and the figure is out, and I have to say it is incredibly impressive for a number of reasons. Instantly what hit me, having owned Caustic Plastic figures before is the attention to detail on this figure. Now bear in mind, this isn't a caustic plastic figure, so to speak, but as I said, I believe it's the same people behind this. And Sylvester Stallone is known for his business savvy as well as his movies and acting, obviously. And he knows the market he's entering into. This is high-end 1/6 scale figure collecting, and there are well-established companies out there such as Hot Toys, obviously, and then the likes of 3-0, who have also tackled the Rambo property. Now, I suspect since Sylvester Stallone is now taking these projects on himself, those licenses will no longer be given out to other 1/6 scale companies. So this particular figure obviously is a representation of how Rambo looked at the very beginning of the movie, when he was coming into the town that he was going to visit a friend of his, and obviously he had that kind of deserter look about him. Obviously a Vietnam veteran, had that old army jacket on, and was carrying this sleeping bag. And if we just look at the accessories first, so this is a rolled up sleeping bag that he had on his shoulder, and look at that weathering. Like, again, this is how you know effort was put into this figure. There is literally so much detail on this. This did not just happen by accident. This isn't you know, just how it was transported in the box and maybe got scuffed or something. This is the way it was designed to be authentic looking and screen accurate, and I definitely think they achieved that. So I'm not going to unravel it. I think you could take that off, you could open it up, but I think if I do that, I might lose the particular way this is folded and the screen accurate look about it. I just don't want to risk that, if that's all right with you guys. So what else it comes with, of course, is the dagger or survival knife that he uses throughout the movie, and it is an iconic dagger that features in some shape or form in many Rambo movies, but this is the first, which makes it even more special. He would have been able to screw the top of that off, and there were various little gadgets in there he was able to use, but you can't do that on this. It isn't metal, in case you're wondering. It is plastic, but the paint job is very, very good. It would look authentic and metal to the eye. But what is metal are these little dog tags, and I'm not sure if my phone will focus in, but there is actual imprint on that dog tag, or both dog tags, with all of the information on Rambo, his platoon, his soldier reference numbers and all that. So that's really amazing how they've gotten that detail on such small dog tags. They didn't have to do that. I don't think anybody would have not bought the figure if that hadn't have been achieved. It wasn't a deal breaker, but there you go. They go the extra mile and they've done that. The rest is hands that comes with the figure. So you've got 6 hands here, so 3 pairs, and maybe that would hold a gun if you wanted them to go that route. A gun doesn't come with the figure. And then this could hold the dagger, as could this, and these are open hands. And sorry, this one is a trigger finger too. So you could have him holding 2 guns if you want. But he doesn't go down that route until the end of the movie, and he doesn't wear that clothing in the end of the movie. I'm sure there will be people out there who will customize this and maybe swap and change different aspects of this figure out. They may change his clothing. I haven't seen anyone do that. I haven't seen anyone really remove his jacket and put a tank top on him and try and achieve that look, but 3-0 have done that look in a figure that is out at the moment. Looks very good as well, to be fair. So just to start from the bottom here, this is the base it comes with, which I think you'll be in agreement with me is a deluxe base by most figure standard bases. This has like a partial manhole cover on it, and it is also done in a way to look like it's concrete or broken concrete. So I really like the detail on it. It's great paintwork, and it's got a nice heavy feel to it. There's also underneath it little cushion pads, so you're not going to scrape it easily, and you're certainly not going to scrape the surface of your desk or detolf or whatever with it either. So working our way up on the figure, look at those boots. Like really, that's amazing detail. They're leather actually, they're not plastic molds. They actually are leather, or certainly a fabric that replicates leather. And it has this kind of weathering look at the front, so they don't look brand new. The laces are tied when you take it out of the box, so you don't have to go through that effort of cutting laces and tying them. Certainly it looks like quite a big lace, so or sorry, knot. So if you wanted to change that, you could. Working our way up on the jeans. These are really good jeans because they're actually a very soft fabric, so they have those natural creases on it. So on a figure 1/6 scale style, they have a natural flow about them, whereas if it was obviously real denim, it wouldn't have that the natural creases on it. There are also scuffs and weathering in these. Sorry, I'm trying to move the figure slightly here so you get a better look at this. Sorry. See, that's all brown scuffing and weathering there. That's done really well. And again on the back, dirty looking jeans, but authentic again to how it looked in the movie. Just pop him back on his stand. He wants to stay there, does he? So underneath the jacket here, that's the I'm going to say holder because I can't think of the proper name for this, but that's where you can put his knife when he's not using it, and that's obviously strapped onto his leg. That's made of leather. And just again, look at the stitching, the little metal clasp on it. This is all like not to be taken for granted. Incredible detail on that. Really amazing. So I've got the clenched hands or fists, pardon me, on him at the moment. And even there around the, you can see just how the creasing in his hands. These are all really well molded, all the hands, and you've really got to admire the detail and effort that has gone into this figure. It was a long wait, but I think by what I'm looking at so far, definitely worth the wait. So at the bottom of his army jacket here, there are strings, and I suppose that is how it was in the movie. The idea here is that he can obviously tighten it and have it higher up in his waist if he wants. But the jacket itself has that worn feel about it too. It definitely looks weathered. There is scuffing in it. See the US Army badge on it. Has an authentic and real working metal zip. It has the American flag here at the top. Again, that doesn't look pure white. It looks like it has been weathered. Just an amazing bit of tailoring here. The red t-shirt underneath it is weathered at the top of the neck, which again is probably where naturally a t-shirt would weather after time if it wasn't washed. So that's amazing. So let's have a look at the back of this. One thing I actually noticed immediately when I took this out was the posture of Rambo as you take him out. And if you remember Sylvester Stallone, or even not even remember back then, but even now, he seems to have that kind of chest out posture, and it certainly comes true in this figure. So again, look at the coat, the jacket, the weathering, dirt on the back of the collar, all the way down the back. Just really very screen accurate, and a lot of effort has gone into this. Absolutely love the tailoring on this. It really is amazing. So let's have a look at the sculpt. I want to get it in good lighting for you so you can see the detail on this. Now, when I was anticipating this figure's arrival, obviously I was on the various YouTube channels and looking at reviewers to see if anyone had their hands on it yet. And actually Sylvester Stallone himself did a video of an unboxing of this figure, and one of the comments that he made that really sat with me, or kind of struck me, was that he said that no one really captured the emotion of Rambo in any of the figures he had seen before, and he wanted that complicated, sad, depressed, I suppose, or the post-traumatic stress that comes with Vietnam and how Rambo was as a character. He wanted that expressed in the figure, and now that I have that figure in hand, I can certainly see what he was talking about, because this guy looks like he's deep in thought. He looks like there's a lot going on in his mind, and for that to come across in a 1/6 scale figure, and I've had a lot of figures in hand over the years, this guy looks like he has a lot on his mind. So I'm trying to capture more detail here for you. Just the light is a bit better. It was casting shadows on his face. So you can see just by the angle I have him here, there is coloration on his skin. It's like pink tones, then pale. Obviously the stubble is incredibly accurate and good, but the real life comes through in his eyes. That's where the real emotion comes through. So if I just get him into that standing position again, where he's just looking at you dead on, you know, that's just, as far as likeness goes in that movie. I know Sylvester Stallone looks a little bit different these days, but there's no denying that looks like him from that movie. And it's funny when you put a head on a figure a little way to the down or to the left. Again, look at the emotion. Guy's down. He's nowhere to go. His friend is lost and dead. I think his friend had passed away. He's wandering into a town he knows nothing about, and then the local cop just has a problem with him, and he's having a bad day. Everything is just hitting him at once, and as he said, I didn't do anything. And he didn't do anything, but they annoyed him. They drew first blood, and boy, did he get his revenge on them. What a movie. But just going back to the body itself, it captures the posture of Sylvester Stallone. Really, really does. Obviously, you can manipulate these figures, pose them in different ways. This is no different to any other 6 scale body where you can do all those certain things that put him in different poses and have him look different. Put him in a different pose to make him look different from different scenes, obviously. But the subtle little changes in posture, neck, head movements can bring out different expressions. So overall, I'm absolutely delighted with this figure. As far as recommending it goes, absolutely I would. Rambo is iconic, Sylvester Stallone is iconic, and this being the first figure from Sylvester Stallone ever made, I would say this figure is iconic, and I can't put it any better than that, to be honest with you. So that concludes this review, guys. Please do like, comment if you want to ask me any questions about this, and if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.